This is a day that the Lord has made. Welcome everyone. My name is Vanessa. Welcome to my channel. I'm reading Psalm 119, the section of Gimel. I'm going to do this a little bit different, and I'm just going to read the verse and then tell you what I think. So verse 17, be good to your servant while I live, that I may obey your word. It's David asking the Lord to be good to him. I ask that every day in a sense, because what I do ask from the Lord, I hope I have not made you angry. I hope that I find your favor. So I feel like that's more or less what it's saying in that verse. Verse 18, open my eyes and I may see wonderful things in your law. I also ask almost every morning for the Lord to fill my mind with what I need to understand and comprehend and recognize what I'm doing wrong so that I can follow what he wants me to do, which is his law. I can tell you I'm 42 if you're new here. If I had read this 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it would be so different than what I see it today. And I'm sure that is for everyone. We will evolve, some at a faster rate, some at a slower rate, but we will evolve and things will mean different things because of the experiences we're in. Verse 19 is my absolute favorite. I have highlighted it. It says, I am a stranger on earth. Do not hide your commands from me. That's going to be my all-time favorite. As a matter of fact, I am going to write it right now on the sticky. I keep little notes around, and it's Psalm 119, verse 19. I am a stranger on earth. Let me go all the way back to my high school years when my classmates, even my closest friends, even my best friend, they had a boyfriend, they were getting pregnant, they smoked cigarettes, they did drugs, they drank alcohol. They were doing all those things. I wasn't. And I felt so alone. I mean, number one, I wasn't doing those things because my parents raised me not to. And I'm not saying that their parents didn't tell them they shouldn't. But also number two, my foundation was in the Word because I have been reading the Bible since I was 10. And I knew I did not want to do any of those things. They weren't right. We can fast forward through many times in my life that I have felt so alone. I remember I worked in a workplace where people gossiped and cussed left and right in their conversations. I wasn't that person. If you hear a cuss word out of my mouth, I am overly upset and overly mad, which doesn't happen often, but if it does, that's the only time. I am very mindful not to gossip. I say anything, it's about me. I am not going to tell someone else's business. I try my best not to. So I felt alone in that workplace. Fast forward to my last relationship I was in. The Lord puts us together. He puts us on a path. We meet people. I think it's all for a reason. There is nothing ever to regret in life because the Lord allows. He allows everything. It's our choice though, how we manage it and what we decide and what we do. My last relationship did a lot of things that I didn't stand for. And I wouldn't compromise on it. I felt like a stranger. And he made me feel even more like a stranger because he was like, you think you're better than everyone else? Like, how come you don't hang out with these people? They're your own family. How come you don't go hang out with them? Because they do things that are what the Bible would call destructive. And I didn't want to be around that. I didn't want to be associated with it. I didn't want to sit in their company. It makes me feel bad sometimes. I have to stand firm in what I believe in. Fast forward, after I was out of that relationship and I started to date, I wish I could have found someone in my community, in where I grew up, but there was nobody knocking on my door. I got on an online dating app. I had many men messaging me. I would say almost all of them, in my experience, except 2. And there was hundreds of them. All wanted sex or were already in a relationship, and they said that they were in an open relationship and their partner was okay if they would go out with someone. I said, I'm looking for my husband. Several of them said, you're not going to find a husband. Men don't want to get married. They just want sex. Well, I felt like a total alien trying to date. I feel like a stranger on earth almost all the time, even in my own home, because I'm a single mom and I don't have anyone backing me up. And trying to tell my son, I don't want you to get your ears pierced. I don't want you to have a tattoo. I don't want you to have a girlfriend. I don't want you hanging out late at night walking the streets at 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm not okay with that. And he sits here and tells me, but everybody else does it. Everyone else at school does. You're so overprotective. The other parents don't check on them. I feel like a stranger, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop standing for what I believe in. But for anyone out there who is doing their best to follow and walk with Jesus Christ, it is lonely. It is so lonely. I mean, as a matter of fact, it says several times in the Bible that the gate to heaven is very, very narrow, or the path to heaven is very narrow. It is so true. And it is a lonely life here on this temporary earth. But don't give up. Keep your eyes on the Lord. Stay in the light. Don't be tempted to go into the darkness just to fit in. No. Be who you are. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. I'm so proud of you. If you are one that will stand alone to follow Jesus Christ. You guys, remember, today is going to be what you make of it. I hope you liked, enjoyed. Please subscribe, please comment, please share, please give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.